Welcome to our coverage of the Queensland Cup. Today, the grand final in which Burleigh take on Redcliffe. And this is what it's all about, the big one, the grand final. Who'll win the Queensland Cup for 1999? It's down to just two teams and two very good ones, Burleigh and Redcliffe. They have been probably the two of the outstanding sides of the competition this year, and they certainly deserve to be in the grand final. And it's a toss-up as to which one will win it. And the big crowd has come up here too to see this grand final, and a large number of people have come up from the Gold Coast. It's great to see Burleigh representing the Gold Coast, showing that rugby league is very much alive down there as the Burleigh Bears team comes out onto the field.
Very good outfit, this one. They did come straight into the grand final. This 17 are unchanged right through the final series, and it's largely been the same players who played with them this year. They've had a very good run with injuries. There it is there, Jamie Martin at fullback, Aaron Douglas and Farron Anderson on the wings, Darren Anderson and Frank Napoli, very good centre pairing, Freer and Adamson, experience in the halves, and then in the front row, well, talk about experience there, Tony Priddle, who's played a couple of grand finals at ARL level for St George, Ben Lyth, Shane O'Flanagan, and Billy Dunn, also with ARL experience, Hamish Smith and Dean Allen. The coach, Rick Stone, who was captain coach at Burleigh a few years ago, taking over the coaching reins the last couple of years. This fellow will lead them around the park extremely well, Grant Adamson.
Brown and Justin Bryant are out there, so they, two of the bench players, look like they're in the run-on team as Tony Gould leads out the Redcliffe Dolphins, losing grand finalists last year, and there is a big supporter base for the Redcliffe Dolphins today to encourage them to another grand final win in the Queensland Cup. They've been there, they've tasted it before, and there's the lineup: Adam Mogg at fullback, Ricky Hewinson and the exciting Trent Lees on the wings, strength in the centres, Mixie Lou and Ben Roder. Sam Ost is brilliant at 5'8" with Michael Roberts, two youngsters who are outstanding, lots of experience up front, Ian Graham, Craig O'Dwyer and Troy Lindsay, and a good back row of Scott Hinchy and Gould, and the interchange of Crocker, Essex Sanderson and JP Cherry, and Alex Corvo's first year as coach. And there he is, Tony Gould, great all-round player, wonderful kicker, wonderful reader of a game of rugby league. Tony Maxud gets the grand final job. And the grand final of 99 is underway in the Queensland Cup, with Redcliffe receiving there on the left in the red and white, running out from their own line, where it's taken out there by Troy Lindsay in Redcliffe's territory. So that's been a good start for the Burleigh Bears.
Very good start, Jerry, and a penalty will even help them further. They'll probably take the 2 points. No, Priddle rushes up and places it at the feet of the referee.
And just to the left of the uprights. He's kicked it pretty well, and he might have the first points of the grand final. He does. And Burleigh are in front by 2 points to nil. And Warren Boland.
Good chance on the right-hand side. They've got numbers here. Adamson goes to the line, draws the player. Out there to Darren Anderson. Darren Anderson straight out. Gets back on the outside and scores it. Darren Anderson, they always have numbers there. The importance of going to the line, I think, by Adamson to actually hold the defence in for a little while, gave a bit of extra room to move for Darren Anderson, and he did the job by going through a couple of players over the last 10 metres.
Yes, and the players outside him would have been going through their mind, pass it, but Adamson knew he had to draw them in first and just get the defence into a separate way of thinking, and that allowed then Darren Anderson to finish off by straightening up and go across the line.
We just hold it there. We'll just see what Adamson does here. By going forward to this position, he stops these two players who knew they were outnumbered. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 players against these other two. And by Adamson going forward, he doesn't allow them to slide. Then if we let it run on, he's done the job then. He's just got Darren Anderson on the outside. Roder can't get to him. The dummy also puts them in more trouble. And then he straightens up, realises the try line's close enough for him.
By the end of the season, you know each other backwards. Lyth's conversion attempt looks pretty good, and up go the flags. It's now 8-0 in favour of Burleigh. We've got to give
ball up to play it. Tony Gould to Obst. Get it on the outside, it'll be interesting. Out here to Mixie Lou. Hasn't got the pace, Mixie Lou, but does pretty well to get away. Trent Lee's got the pace. Come in. That goal, keep going all the way. Trent Lee's. Well, I was going to think I needed it away, but he didn't need it. He went in and just put the accelerator down. He had wrong-footed Reggie Cressbrook, I think, at the back. And Mixie Lou did very well to initially break the tackle. And give credit also to Sam Oxt. He was the one who saw the chance on the outside and threw that long pass.
And Mixie Lou might have the pace, but he's got the goosey. You watch the goose step that he comes up with. There's the pass from Oxt now. Over to Mixie Lou. Now watch this goose step as he runs up. There it is. Just accelerates a moment, and Trent Lease will then run infield and goes across, wrong footing the defence, and the way he reached out was a perfect winger's try.
The deep breaths, visualise the kick. Great, a high shot. Will he curl it? Nah, curls too far. 8-4, we're still back in it. Strong defence by O'Flanagan, a little bit of a chat in his ear as well, and a penalty will also now go against Burleigh. Priddle it was who just held him down right in front. Shouldn't have too much problems at all, and doesn't, although he still hooks it pretty savagely. Gets it back to 8 points to 6. Hands had to be on the left. Quick play the ball, it's still here. Roberts, up to goal, numbers are here. Long pass out to Hewinson. Hewinson in. Well, finally they get in the corner. Ricky Hewinson had plenty of room to move. The slide defence can't slide that far, especially when the try line is that close.
The overlap in the previous play, and finally they were able to spread it out there to the left. Tony Gould saw the chance right out wide, straight to Ricky Hewinson. Now, did he get it down okay? Darren Anderson reckoned that he hadn't, but Darren Anderson, I'm afraid, has been proven wrong by the camera. It was a desperate attempt by Anderson, as we see here now. Gould, look at the situation that he saw. He could see that Hewinson had heaps of room and was by himself, and what was required was the pass straight to him.
Lease hooks it again, as is his habit. 10-8 in the grand final. Up on a blind side, but that's just a ploy. Up here to Ben Lythe. Long pass out to Adamson. Another long pass out to Napoli. Gaps on the outside. Darren Anderson has Marn. He'll score himself. Jamie Marn finally scores it. Well, they stacked them out here. They did pretty well to keep them out on the blind side, but then they just kept flicking it through the hands. Redcliffe's defence was not good enough to get it out wide, and it's a little bit of tit for tat.
Yeah, it is. It's wonderful use of the ball by Burleigh. They made the ball do the work. There, Grant Adamson fires the pass. It was a long one, nicely snapped out by Napoli. Then the final pass, and Jamie Marn reaches out for the line and gets it down. Good try, and he was the man who was largely responsible with that good run which got them down into Redcliffe's territory after he had regathered the ball. There's the pass from Adamson. Taken there from Napoli, then on to Darren Anderson, on to Marn. Darren Anderson was outside, but he was marked, and Marn was able to get through by his fellow team members and the dancing girls. The Burleigh team is back in this grand final. It's 12-10 with the conversion to come from Ben Lythe, and there he is, the try scorer, Jamie Marn. He's only about 4 metres in from the touchline. He's kicked it well, but it's not going to come back enough. So away to the right, and the score remains 12-10 in favour of Burleigh. Howard against Anderson. The Redcliffe Dolphins, can they pull it out of the fire? Mixie Lou puts the kick ahead. That's just trying anything. Taken by Jamie Marn as the countdown happens. And they'll take the Queensland Cup as he takes the tackle. And the Burleigh Bears have done it! Rick Stone, their coach, what a relieved man. And what delight from the Bears. They've won the Queensland Cup of '99. What an exciting performance. A magnificent grand final. And whilst you share the exuberance and the excitement of the Burleigh Bears, you've got a feel for the Redcliffe Dolphins. And Aaron Douglas has come out with the brace on his neck. I think it's the neck has been twisted even more in the celebrations. It's a horrible feeling. It's hard to take. It doesn't take the papers long. But the Burleigh Bears have excited the Gold Coast this week. They've given the Gold Coast top-class rugby league again this year.
I think in the history of the game, I don't think we've seen two better prepared teams. To the coaches of both sides, congratulations on a mighty effort. Grant, congratulations to you and the team. Thoroughly deserving win. A great performance by you, and really kept the crowd right on their feet, but an exercise well done.
There you go, mate. Thanks very much.
Why do I
They don't always tell the exact story of the game. Marn Anderson scoring tries with Lyth 2 goals. Hewinson and Lease 2 tries and Lease a goal for Redcliffe. 12-10 to Burleigh. They are the Queensland Cup winners for 1999. Join us when the Queensland Cup continues next year.